Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to the Paladins video. We're going to be playing some raid today again for the third time since release, which is a little bit more than I'd usually cover the new champion. So it's going to be a bit of a different video. I actually have some notes this time around on the side. It's not scripted at all. I'm going to play a few games with it as well because my entire setup for raid has changed since the last video, which was only like a week ago, because of one of these things that is really broken with it. And I'll try and go from the least important to the most important. If there's anything that I missed though, definitely let me know in the comments. So the first things are just the text bits that are wrong, things that they didn't update from the PTS to live that should have been changed. But anyway, the first one, which is kind of weird, is chain heal. It was 500 on the test server, then it's 530 now in live, but for some reason the description says 520. It's not important, it does heal for the correct amount, so it doesn't really matter. The second one though, which is a little bit more important, is focus. It's twice as good as it actually says here in the talent description because they forgot to update it. So they actually changed this one from the test server. It was 2 seconds, it's actually 4 now in live, but they didn't update the talent description. Like I said, I am going in order from the least important to the most important, or trying to at least, and those I'm sure will be fixed in the next update because it's just a matter of the text being wrong. Although one that is different from the PTS that isn't as simple as that is envelop. So what they did from the test server to live as a way to kind of buff Rey a little bit and to give her a little bit of extra movement, I suppose, is make it so that when you use your envelop you get 50% extra jump height, except they didn't do that, and it even says it there in the description, buffs the movement speed and jump height by 50%, but like I said, it doesn't do that. What it does instead of what they did instead is just buff Rey's jump height in general. She jumps higher than pretty much every other character. They seem to have actually just incorporated that to her base kit. Like, it happens even when you're not using your F, I mean. Although for some reason when I tested it, it does still buff your jump height a little bit, but not 50%. She jumps higher than she did on the PTS as far as I could tell from comparing the footage on the test server. That one's a really, really weird one though, and I don't know if they're going to fix that. They'll definitely fix the text ones like I said, but this one is a bit weird. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. One thing that I did pick up on when I was playing Rey is the interaction with her ultimate with some characters is really weird. The only specific example I have written down here is that it actually stops Mahoney's dragon from dealing damage to you if you use it while her dragon is out, or something along those lines, because I make notes whenever I'm playing and I have it written down here that it happened to me twice. I do roughly remember it was either when she was spawning the dragon or when the dragon was out, but if you cast your ultimate, the Mahoney dragon won't be able to deal damage to you even after, you finished your full heal and your, ultimate's finished. The dragon will just be attacking you, trying to burn you, and won't deal any damage. I don't know if they stop firing for a second, maybe that fixes it, but either way, there's a few weird interactions with her kit in general, and that was one specific example for it. And aside from all of that, because that wouldn't usually be enough for me to make a video on the things wrong and broken with Rey, the biggest one is Magic in the Blood, which is a card that I didn't rock before. I think it had issues on the PTS and it wasn't working correctly, but now it works way better than it should, and I will make it the focus of this video. But what it's meant to do is reduce the cooldown of your next chain heal, not the one that's on cooldown. The next time you cast it, when it goes on cooldown, that is when it takes effect for 0.1 to 0.5 seconds after hitting an enemy with your basic attack, and this effect stacks, so you can get it to trigger multiple times, and half second, 1 second, 150, that's what that means. But what it doesn't say, and the whole reason why it's busted, is that it also triggers on shields, deployables, and also pets. So you can hit a Luna, you can hit a Barrack turret or a Fernando shield, and this will still trigger the card. The reason why it is so strong and especially interesting to me, I know this is a bit of a long intro, is that it makes Rey this really strange and really strong anti-deployable and also anti-shield, because you're punishing the enemy team for picking, defensive stuff and deployable stuff and pets and all of that. Not only do you get your heal off cooldown really, really easily, which is pretty strong, but it's the synergy with Refreshing Break that just takes it to a completely different level, because you're getting ult charge on your entire team pretty damn easily, really, really quick. Didn't get a chance to hit on everything because this intro is already kind of long, so I'll try and spread some other stuff out throughout the course of the video. Though one more that I did remember right now before we jump in is Vivify. It's now usable without being linked to an ally, but they didn't change the description for that one as well. Anyway, on to game 1. We'll go ahead and grab the setup and extension. We've got Aegis, we've got Enveloping Shadows, Alacrity, we've got Vatu, Leah, and Corvus, and Fernando, by the way. We'll go ahead and grab Kronos and Nimble. Then for this side, Nocturnal, Decimation, Cherish, Extension, and Shrapnel. I wonder how it interacts with Terminus Q. I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure it'll still give us the reset. I will be able to find out in this match real quick. Got tapped by the Strix, heal onto the Nando. I'm going to need a bit of a warm-up though, because it has been a day or two since I played Rey. Let's hit into the shield a little bit. There is the right click. Let's see what the cooldown's at. It seems like it triggers. There we go. Just hit the shield 3 times. There's the right click, and that's 2 seconds. So that does indeed still work. So it also triggers on immunities and stuff like that, which shouldn't happen. In a weird way, firing into Term Q isn't really a punish now because it's free reset, which is a weird way to think about it. We'll pop the F there just to mitigate a little bit of damage for him. We'll throw a right click there. Should be paying more attention to the team. There is the F. I'm just going to try and run away here from the Term, get some reset on our right click, throw that on the Nando, switch over. You don't really want to be linked to an enemy unless you have to for like a one-on-one fight or something. I said that in my other Rey video. I'll try and not repeat myself too much for those of you guys that watch all my stuff, because I don't want this video to feel the same. There goes Vatu. Rip, I was stunned, couldn't throw out heal. I think Corvus also got hit by it. We'll pop the F. Feel pretty dumb firing into the Term Q. I don't think it's necessarily bad. It just kind of ends up being neutral because he's getting a buff, I'm getting a buff. It's really weird. Pop the F just in case, but I don't think anybody's going to get hit by it. Yep, we'll go mark on him for some damage. He's dead here. There are some little 450s over there for the Victor at the back. Thank you for the free 1300 damage or so. Hopefully I'm able to cut this into something that makes sense, because this video has been very hectic so far, at least for me. It'll probably not seem too bad after I cut it all up and stuff. We'll just pop a right click there on the Nando. We'll throw a Q onto the turn, pop the F, right click onto nobody. I for some reason thought there were people closer to me. Nando pushed up though. There goes two of them. Q onto the Nando, right click onto him as well. Victor went for the ult, right click onto the Nando. He's fine. I feel like I've been playing pretty garbage. There is the push failed. Leanne's ulting on like the last second for some reason. Can we kill the term in the slow-mo? No. Q there on the Nando, straight into round 2. Just to show you the jump height, you can kind of really easily tell there that it's way higher than it should be, even just off that really simple demonstration. Stan from the Fury just ate that for free, but yeah, you get what I mean. You can tell the jump height and stuff like that is really, really obviously not how it should be. That is if the servers let you jump, but you just jump so high with Rei. I think it feels great. I think they should actually leave it like this and not put it onto the F as it should be. The F does seem to buff it a little bit when I tried it in the target practice, but definitely not 50%. You have higher jump height in general, as I said in the intro, but I think they should leave it like this. I think Rei with extra jump height is kind of fun, to be honest. It makes it a little bit less punishing to have, you know, no movement ability. There's Nando with the ult. Do have ours up. There's a right click, some hits into him. I guess we can mark him for a sec, then mark back. He's dead. Fear through the beam. We juked it. I don't know why he really went for the ult there. Bit of a weird play. We're going to go ahead and pop ours just so that I don't die. I'm pretty sure we got this team fight in the bag. He's just glitching around. There we go. He's gone. Mark on our friendly Leanne. I was going to hit the Rei there, but whatever. There's the F, so she can push up a bit maybe. Right click here. We're kind of shredding them. Cue that onto the Leanne, and a right click. Of course, as the game goes on, it's going to get a little bit tougher. We'll dodge the Fury beam real quick. Right click off of the Leanne. There's the F as well. Rei's pushing in here for some reason. I don't know exactly what her plan is. Oh, that's a Strix blind. I'm going to go ahead and pop the ult. I think I'm linked to somebody. I don't know. I dropped down in the middle. There's a right click. What I was trying to say is if you're landing your left click like the entire time, you have pretty much no cooldown on your Q, or like a second or two a max Chronos if you're landing most of your left clicks. Seems like we're struggling on damage a little bit. I wish I was dealing a little bit more and landing more of my stuff on the Strix specifically, because he's sitting at the back for free and the term is lagging around a ton, so I can't really hit him reliably either when he's not got his Q up. Don't really need to use the ult just yet. There's a right click. I'm going to go ahead and pop it just to save my own ass. Then we'll pop the F. Maybe we'll get term killed. He's actually still up. We'll mark him, finish him off. He's probably going to go for the ult here, right? He's behind everybody though, so it should be fine. A little bit risky, but okay. Okay, he's going to die here again. Don't know why he's ulting so goddamn weirdly. There goes the term. There's a right click. There goes the Fury. That's a blind from the Strix. We got the push though. There is the 3-1. I'm probably going to cut these games up a little bit more than I usually would, and I usually cut them up quite a bit just because I've shown a lot of Rei already on the channel, and I want to specifically focus on the new kind of card and the broken stuff. We'll go ahead and pop the F. Didn't really mean to mark there. There's a right click. Seems like we're doing a pretty good job of holding the point. There's a right click. More taps onto him. Is he going to go for the ult? I don't know. We'll go ahead and pop ours here onto the Leanne just so she can push in. Victor ulted for some reason. Seems like the game's going to be over here any second. Fury dropped in, popped the emo. We finished off Chronos, finished off Nimble. That's really the ideal thing you want to have early on in the game or mid-game for Rei, just because you're speedy and freaking healing a ton. You might actually recover this. Nando was emoting on the point, 99%. I think we've still got it though. There's the F. Yeah, no, they're going to get back on here. Leanne with the ult. There is the victory. Overall, pretty solid game. 4-1. The fact that it works on term Q is even more weird, because that's technically not a shield, technically not a pet, technically not a deployable. I don't know what it's classified as. Maybe it is classified as like a shield or something, but yeah, we did pretty good there. 4-1, 14, 71k, 93k. Won't talk too much in this video about what my overall thoughts are on Rei, because I did that in my other ones, and I'll do it a bit more in the tier list I have planned to do at some point, but she's turned into one of my favorite supports, which says a lot. Wonder if I'll feel the same way after she gets nerfed, because I'm not expecting her to get buffed at all. I think if anything, they're going to pull some of her stuff down, but from what I've seen online and from what you guys have told me in the comments, she has been received pretty damn well, at least from what I've seen. I see her quite a lot in game. She is a new character. She hasn't dropped off like some of the other ones had that we had released. Got Chain Reaction, Rampant Blooming Shrapnel, Dragon Fangs, Rampant Blooming Mortal Reach, Eminence Burst Mode, and then whatever the Grok grabs or doesn't grab. Can play the bottom here with the Grover. There's a right click. We currently are 3v5. It's not looking too good. Only thing I'd really change with Rei, or I'd like to see be a little bit different, is maybe more ways to play it other than just kind of a straight support healer type of role, because you really can't play Rei as a damage, which is a bit of a shame, because I always like it when you can do that as a support. There goes the Koga. Don't really know why he ulted that. Seemed like most people were fine, but maybe I wasn't seeing what was happening. There's a Q and some hits onto the Koga. He's gone. It's a very, very weird game. Not really playing the objective at all. That is Victor with the ult. We could F here, I guess. I was going to use the ult, but I guess we don't need to. There, Grover ulted to counter. Right click there. PK is going for the ult. I'll ult him if he needs it, but I think he'll be fine. I guess we can go ahead and pop it. He gets stuck on a corner and then just turn around. It's one of the weirdest ults I've seen, and somehow you ended up stunning two people. There's an F. I couldn't get that off because I was in the right click animation. PK still ran in there, got rid of the Victor. Hello, Ceres. I don't know exactly where you're trying to go. You're like very obviously like walking this way. Okay, you're going to ult. There's my right click for the heal, some taps, and she should be Yeah, dead. Shirt steam for the heal. I don't know exactly what just happened. Or F for the BK in case he needs it. There is the F. Going to try and pull back. There's some taps on the Grover. Don't want to run left because I don't really want to die. There's a right click and a Q. Little tap on the Leanne or 2. Q there, right click. Don't know if I'm dead here or not. Grover ulted, so I think we're fine. We can probably handle it. You know, you can do fine with Rei. His damage is not terrible in like a one-on-one. I just wish it was more of like a solid playstyle than just like an alternative. You know, she has the things there already in her kit if they just change the numbers, but she could also do with maybe having a talent and some of her cards altered and stuff. We'll see. I'm really interested to see what they do with Rei in the future. That's the Ceres ult. There is the right click. I'm probably dead here. Also going to mention real quick one of her other cards that's broken, which I didn't mention in the intro because I forgot to, and if I don't do it now, I'll probably forget to do it after this game. But the one that gives you reset whenever you change to a new target with your Q should give you the reset between any new target, whether that's a friendly or an enemy. And when I tried out in the target practice, I don't know if it was even working for friendlies, but it definitely didn't work for enemies. So at least the wording is wrong because it's not triggering per target, it's triggering per friendly, but I don't even know if it's doing that, to be honest. We'll go ahead and pop the F. We'll switch over to the Grok. I'm playing really awkwardly here. Victor ulted, who's actually behind me, thought he was in the middle. Okay, there goes the Grok. What's the plan here? I think I'm just going to have to die, right? Q and a right click onto the Grok. We managed to dodge that, but I think they're both still going to die. Maybe we can save at least one of them. Hello, Grover, you're not gone. Never mind, spoke a little bit too soon. Didn't realize I was already marked. That went on the Victor. There's a right click for the two of them. Sure, there's a hit. Q onto her, right click onto him. Sure, there's an F. There goes the N. Definitely lost this one, but at least we'll end with some sort of solid stat. Just kind of holding off Ceres here on the left side. We could actually still win this, I don't know. There's a right click on to the Grok. Grover ulted there too. Ceres still kind of here doing her thing on the back. I'm waiting for her to make some sort of ult play so I can use the F. That's kind of what I was saving it for. Right click for him. There's the F. I did use it. I think I started doing the animation, just fat finger the emote. That's the entire team dead, and there is the defeat. Not a terrible game. Definitely not the best though. 3, 4, 18, 42k, 63k gameplay was not the focus for today, but we still ended up doing fine anyway. Was just going through my list to make sure that I didn't miss any of the things that I wanted to hit on. I did actually miss one that is pretty damn important, that makes Magic in the Blood even more of a ridiculous card. It actually persists through death, so you can get the reset on this card ready for your next right click, die, respawn, and it will still give you the reset. Really glad I didn't miss this one and get a chance to cover it here at the end because it's kind of a golden nugget to finish the video on. But we'll hit the Cassie here to get the reset. Empty the mag. We'll get killed here by the Cassie. I'll make sure not to cut so you can properly see that it does give us the reset. Nando will respawn. We'll go ahead and use the right click there, and the right click will end, and we can right click straight again. That's 2 back to back, even though we died. Thank you for watching. If you want me to do this maybe for a few other characters and future releases, let me know in the comments. Let me know also what you want to see me do next. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I don't know if I said that already. Thank you for watching again, and as always, stay frosty.